Oh no, we're alright. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith is good, but it's not the top. For me,
Racy there?
Empire's the best.
Oh, it's on.
I'd say Empire. I'd say New Hope. I'd say Revenge of the Sith.
Probably.
I'd say Rogue One. I'd say Force Awakens. I'd say The Last Jedi. I'd say Solo. I have made a horrible error. Sorry, let me redo this, okay? Empire Strikes Back. New Hope. Revenge of the Sith. Rogue One, Return of the Jedi. What do I have left? Force Awakens. No, fuck it. Last Jedi. Force Awakens. Episode 1. Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones. And then Rise of Skywalker. And Solo's somewhere in there, but it's shit. It's in the bottom half. I saw Solo in cinemas, and it was okay. But I was like, this just isn't Star Wars. So dead. So contrived and just boring and unoriginal. The only thing that saved it was Darth Maul. And then when you think about it for 2 minutes, you're like, this isn't interesting in the slightest. We've already seen Darth Maul in the animated stuff, and spoilers, if you haven't seen it, his story ends quite conclusively there. So why is it interesting now to see Parks? Ray Parks? Why is it now interesting to see the original Darth Maul actor appearing on screen? We know how it ends. Just bizarre from Lucasfilm.
Meditating here, I was granted a premonition through the Force, a vision of doom.
Tell you what I really liked. I remember in school watching the Clone Wars TV show movie, which was 2008, I think. And it's not even that great a film. See, when you watch it now, you're kind of like, oh, it doesn't hold up very well. But some of it's good. The fights are quite good. And you can see kind of the seeds of what's going to become the excellent Clone Wars series. I loved that film as a kid. I remember coming home from school and like putting it on repeatedly, like maybe in a week I'd watch it more than like 2 times. And just sit down with my dinner after school and watch that and just vibe. Just have a great time. Star Wars has given me a lot of good memories in my life. And that's why I still tolerate so much of the shit that comes out. Because like, there's still within me a little giddy kid that loves everything that I'm seeing, even if I come out then afterwards and I'm like, that was a bit whack, but in the moment, I like it. The only one that didn't have that effect on me was Rise of Skywalker. Oh my god. That's why it's my lowest ranked, because I sat in the cinema and I was just like, this is such garbage, man. But I don't even blame J.J. Abrams.
You know, I've been alone for
because
a while now.
if they say one thing about Rian Johnson, that man was not meant to collaborate with Abrams. There's no way you can tell me that the events of Last Jedi were planned following The Force Awakens. In fact, I think it was even stated by Abrams that they didn't discuss what was going to happen in The Last Jedi. So he just made part 1 of a trilogy, went, there you go, and then it was just utterly butchered in front of him. And I think that's more Rian Johnson's fault than it is Abrams. But really, it's more like Kathleen Kennedy's, because how can you be so reckless with
friends of mine?
At the time, this is before its full downfall, probably the biggest intellectual property out there. That or Marvel. But yeah, just ridiculously reckless from Kennedy. And so I don't blame Johnson. I blame the studio. And you should too. Don't blame individuals. Blame... I just cited Kennedy, but Kennedy to me represents this big, you know, corporation that is Lucasfilm, that is Disney, and then you get into Bob Iger, Don't aim at individuals, aim at committees, because Star Wars has been run by committees, not people. And if they gave Rian Johnson more than one project, if they gave him the reins of the whole universe, I bet we'd end up with something brilliant. But the key thing we'd end up with is something cohesive. One vision, not 85 directors' visions in one trilogy. What was the Trevorrow Rise of Skywalker that we were going to receive? Apparently Kennedy wasn't happy with it because it was... What did she say? I don't want to put words in her mouth, I don't want to strawman her at all, but like... They put Abrams in as like a failsafe, and he made the safest thing that ironically failed. So it's like, ugh. Do you have a story to tell me? Yes?
Oh? Well done.
I think if there are Star Wars films coming out, I will see them. I might not see them in the cinema. I think that magic might have kind of gone. Although Andor really saved my... restored my faith in the series as a whole, because God, that's a masterpiece. Genuinely, that's like... Never mind Star Wars. You know when like you rate a film, if it's Hollywood, you might like lower your standards for what makes it a great film. You don't need to lower your standards for Andor. That shit's like 9 out of 10. Whether you're a Star Wars fan viewing it through a Star Wars lens or not. It's just excellent television. You know what I loved? The fact that the fights feel real. The fact that when someone fires a blaster, I genuinely believe that someone could die in one shot. That's how it should be. Why in this advanced civilization, albeit a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, why in this advanced civilization would a blaster not be like a lethal weapon? In Star Wars products before, you got people taking like 3 shots to the shoulder and being fine. Nah, man, you should take 1 and it should rot your insides with plasma. That's what it should be, and that's what it is in Andor, and I love that shit. More of that, please. Season 2 would be incredible, I'm sure. Dash strike. More HP might be useful. More force might be more useful. Give me it. So we're gonna go and we're gonna fight Ogdo Bogdo.
Should be a lot quicker than the way in.
I'm very excited, I'm sure you are as well. But first...
What is this place?
Bear with me.
The Jedi used this place to study the sphere above. I can still feel the excitement.
Study this. Oh. I can't believe I just did that. Well, the Jedi are gonna study clips of me fighting Ogdo Bogdo when I'm finished. Just you wait. Grandmaster difficulty? Is there a higher one? I'm gonna need it. Just watch this shit.
Smells worse than grease does.
Oh hey chat, they put your sister in the game. I'm just kidding. Her tongue's much bigger. What do you mean? Well, that would have been nice information for you to give me before this shit, to be honest. Very repetitive moveset, nothing else.
Can you slice this?
What did I say? Grandmaster difficulty?
Got your scalp link. But standing up to
Grandmaster shit if shitticulty.
Where Bogling was killed. Was it trying to
Wish I
defend
could
his family?
fucking pick up some life essence. I need some. I'm a cynical bastard with how cold my life is now. Honestly, this flat is a fucking ice cube. I can't feel my fingers. I can't afford eating. Oh. I'd much rather spend £60 on Fallen Order than pay for my heating. No, I got this game discounted on Steam. It's like £4.50. It was unreal. And of course, like I said, I used to play it on like Xbox and stuff, so it's nice to have it in another format. It's nice to have it on a system that can really run it properly. It was so stuttery on the Xbox. Or not even stuttery, but just like shit would take forever to render. And so far, no issues on my PC. Oh, look, more very well placed climbable vines. Love that. Now, I want to... Oh, I missed my opportunity actually.
Oh, hi there.
I wanted to pick up the stem. Can I go down here, please? Is this how I pick up the stem? No, this is Ogdo Bogdo. Oh, fuck me. I'm mad. I'm mad. I've been duped. I thought this was how I get the extra life canister. Because that shit would be well useful. Unironically. Because, you know, just in case you thought I was being ironic by saying that I needed something to help me in the game, because... Why would that be ironic? I don't fucking know. I just chatting shit. It's 6 AM, man. I need to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed after we've had this chat at the ship in a minute. What I will say is that I hope that you've had a wonderful time listening to me ramble and talk nonsense, as the name would suggest. I do have a cold. Hopefully the next time I'm back it'll be gone. I've had it for a couple of days now. That's why I sound a little bit congested and nasally. I promise you it's not like this all the time. Just most of the time. 80% of the time. But yeah, I hope you've had a wonderful time listening to me ramble about Star Wars and media and all sorts of shit. And hopefully you'll join me for the next one, because I've had a blast. And I'm predicting it'll be fun in times ahead as well. Didn't even pick the terrarium seed on this planet, fuck's sake. Oh well. Essential gameplay experience. Missed. Did not find sapling.
You passed the test.
So you knew about BB-1?
With flying
Come on,
colours.
boy.
I didn't die once
Talk
from this
about
planet,
it.
Seer. Died 3 times by the
BB-1
tutorial
disgrace.
level, so your
Figures.
test was
What is
ass.
that? Get off my sofa! Get off my sofa! Don't! Get
What is
out of
that?
it! Get out!
You want to
That
talk?
is BD-1. He's with us.
I don't care who he's with. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get oil stains out of petroleum fabric?
How hard is it to get grease stains?
I hope you found something better out there than this droid.
Oh, calm down, Grease. He did. Tell us, Cal.
The vault was built by an ancient civilization called the Zepho. A Jedi named Eno Cordova hid something inside of it.
What did he hide inside?
A holocron from the archives.
Anal beads.
It contains a list of Force-sensitive children.
We're collecting a full set of
The
sex
next
toys.
Generation of Jedi. I knew it. Oh, Cordova, you old fool.
You knew him?
Yes. A
It's
long time ago.
Eno Cordova's
I was
Santa
his
list
apprentice.
of naughty and
Cordova
nice
was a
for
loner.
sensitive kids.
That little droid and I are probably the only
Why does
ones
he have a
that
list
know
of
about
children?
Chrono.
Hold on, wait a minute. A hollow what?
I'll let you decide.
Holocron. It stores information, but only accessible to Jedi. Hang on, I think I have one around here.
Wow.
Use the
Just
Force.
on the counter, just ready. Decent.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I
Oh,
regret to report that both our Jedi Order and
Forgot about this
Republic
part.
have fallen.
With that list of Force sensitives, we could rebuild the Jedi Order and defeat the Empire.
Okay, no problem. Let's get it.
Well, except the holocron is hidden deep inside the vault, and to get it, we have to follow Cordova's path. He mentioned something about the planet Dathomir and a Zepho homeworld.
All right, well, where are we going? I'm just asking because I was thinking of maybe making some food.
Look, before we do anything, I need to know something. How come you're no longer a Jedi?
to the point.
I
I
had
like
an
it.
experience that changed my perspective. So I cut myself off from the Force.
But you still want to rebuild the Order.
I believe that rebuilding the Order is the best chance we have against the Empire. What do you believe?
I believe I can't keep hiding from the Empire, so I don't really have a choice.
Cal, as long as you're alive, you will always have a choice. Are you with us?
We're in.
Dathomir Zepho, it's your choice.
Well, I happen to know that for the purpose of plot progression, the only real choice we have is Zepho next. So, when we return,